Hi guys, it's Jason Jericho and I'm going to give you my honest review of He Man, Masters of the Universe Revelations. Catch you in a few. Well now everybody, so what I've got to say about this show is in some parts I liked it. It did some callbacks. At the beginning it had the sort of scrolling thing like the movie of Castle Grayskull itself. And you see Teela, this is going to be spoilers, so I'll warn you now, spoilers. If you don't want to know, go and watch it. So here we go. Teela is ready to be crowned captain of the guard, and as she's doing, Skeletor with his goons managed to get into Grayskull and trick the sorceress. But luckily she calls Prince Adam, and Teela and the royal guards go out to defend Castle Grayskull. And Skeletor goes down to the lower levels of the castle, where he finds the ultimate power which he's wanting. And then all the good guys manage to come in, go down, and they're fighting. And He Man stabs Skeletor, and when he pulls the sword out of this lock, it shows the orb, and the illusion of Castle Grayskull goes, which I don't really like that. Illusion of Castle Grayskull disappears, and it's shown the All of Wisdom. And He Man saying he can take the full power into him, so Skeletor can't get it, and he calls on Power of Grayskull. And he splits both swords, and then you see Prince Adam standing there, and that's when Teela notices. And then blinding flash, He Man, Skeletor are gone, and Battle Cat was turned back to Cringer. Yep, and then Teela says that everybody lies. She throws a crown off and just goes away. And Man at Arms gets exiled by the king. And the Queen says, yeah, her son's gone, telling Randor that Adam is He Man. And then it cuts later to Teela with Andra. They're wearing masks and they're like scavenging for stuff. And they're doing the best they can. And then a woman comes up to them, which later we know is EVIL-LYN, and says, you need to find this cup for us. And they go to Snake Mountain, fight some techno people. The Triclops have started converting people. Acolytes, that's it. So her and Andra managed to beat the hell out of him, get the cup and take it to the woman. And it turns out to be EVIL-LYN. And she takes him to where Castle Grayskull was, now the All of Wisdom. And the sorceress gives a bit of ember to EVIL-LYN to say you need to find the other parts of the Sword of Power. So and then there's lots of flashback scenes which you've seen in the trailer. There's sort of the flashback scenes, sort of where He Man arm behind his back, and you know, Skeletor's thinks is really funny. But He Man could break the cuffs. Oh well, he gets chucked down, and yeah, it's showing Teela's strong and what I call is wimpy. But this is an honest review. Yeah, so then they have to journey to the underworld, which is Scareglow's domain. Wink wink. I mean, they go in there and Merman attacks, but they subdue him. So Orko, for whatever reason, as the magic's going, he's dying, and whatever the water is, Man at Arms gives that to him. And Man at Arms comes back up, and oh yeah, and Beastman joins up with him because he helped him beat Triclops and his cult. You know, so many callbacks, and so they get to the underworld, thanks to EVIL-LYN using the ram skull. And what it is Scareglow is like wanting their fear to trick them and everything. so they'll give in and stay down there. But Teela gets her strength, so I'm assuming the next sorceress, and she manages to defeat the illusions. And Teela, EVIL-LYN and Orko use her staff together to defeat a monster, and Roboto's blasting everything on sight. And he knows how to reforge the sword, because Man at Time said he didn't want to do it, felt disgraced. And they defeat him and acquire the first part of the Sword of Power, the purple part. And yes, Orko manages to help him escape, but at the cost of his own life. I do not agree with that, Mattel, Netflix, and you, Kevin Smith. You shouldn't have done this. I'm saying what's going to happen later. This is going a bit too far. So the door to pre-eternity opens, so that's classed as heaven. So you've got the underworld and you've got heaven. So it's not pre-eternity as in past eternity. This is like heaven version of it. So they go to pre-eternity and they sort of see a race going on, and Adam meets up with them, and him and Teela are chasing after King Grayskull. They meet up with him, and Adam's, he hands a sword to Teela and said, "This is what you want." And King Grayskull says, "Well, the middle tower, you can reforge the sword." So that's why they'll start hooking up Roboto. They hook him up to like machines so he can forge the sword together. And as that's going off, Adam and Teela are talking. So you see King Grayskull, there's an He Man looking fella that's got brown hair and sort of a vest. I don't know if that's Wonder Bread He Man. And you've got Vicor, and you've got Hero. Yep, Roboto manages to reforge the sword, but damages himself beyond repair. And Adam is told if he does go back, there might not be a chance that he can get back to pre-eternity again. So he goes through the portal with him and sees what's happening. And Triclops' men are attacking him left, right and centre. Beastman saves Adam, and then they're all hurrying to where Castle Grayskull is. So she hands over the Sword of Power to Prince Adam. They go down into the bowels. He calls by the power of Grayskull. The power's descending. Oh yeah, and before I'm getting a bit sidetracked. Before all that happens, Cringer sees Adam, jumps on him, same as Man at Times. And then the sorceress goes into the place where she's going to get repowered up. This is welcome into spoilers again. Oh. Right. So as that's going off, the ram skull comes out of EVIL-LYN's satchel. And it starts reforming, and from her wand, Skeletor re-emerges. Yep. Because when the blast happened, he managed to send his essence into EVIL-LYN's wand to save himself. So before Adam can say "I have," he gets stabbed in the back by Skeletor and falls to the floor. And Andra, who's like chained up, asks who he is, and she realises. And then, oh yeah, Teela's like crying because Adam, we don't know if he's going to survive or if he's dead. So 2 heroes have already been killed off. Roboto, yep, Roboto and Orko, and that's just going too far. And then Skeletor says, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power," and he turns into, as you see, Skeletor looming over Castle Grayskull, and it ends there. So what's going to happen? Is it going to be the heroes have now got to fight to defeat Skeletor? Get Prince Adam back to becoming He Man? I don't know. I hope I haven't waffled on, but this is my review of Master of the Universe Revelations, and out of 10 I'll give it a 6. Kevin Smith, there's a bit of sort of SJW-ness going in this, the male characters are just like secondary characters, like backdrops. It's more focused on the female characters. I don't mind that Teela gets a centre stage part, but at the expense of the male characters, I don't know what they're doing. You know, why? You can. Teela was always a strong lead in He Man and the Master Universe, but in this one, she's front centre stage. There's something going off between her and Andra, and that is, you know, queer baiting at its best. Same with Prince Adam. Come on, think about it. But this is my honest review. 6 out of 10. And some bits got to me, made me cry, emotions. I did enjoy it, but not as much as I wanted to. Because we don't know if Prince Adam's going to die. It looks like he is, because he got stabbed in the side, but could he survive that? So we don't know what's going to happen now. We're just going to have to wait for part 2. Yeah. And like I say, I don't like the bits of He Man stabbing Skeletor, trying to kill him, or Skeletor doing the same to Prince Adam. You know, some mild violence in this. Everybody else probably really enjoyed it. For me, it was enjoyable, but there's just things I didn't like about it, and that's the honest review. I'm not moaning about it, just certain things put me off. The voice of Skeletor, definitely. No disrespect to you, Matt Hamill, but the Joker was too much. And I managed to, you know, I was starting to like He Man's voice and Teela's voice. Yep, I was starting to like them. As well as Cringer, I was sort of getting into Ant Sorceress. But Merman, I'm sorry, you just sound like Batman. You're supposed to have some sort of watery voice. And Alan Oppenner, you're a legend, and as Mossman, I could slightly hear the old Skeletor. Yeah. Oh, but where was the campiness, the Queen Skeletor? Where was he? You know, it was just like straight-laced in this. Again, I did enjoy it, but some things didn't work for me. There again, 6 out of 10, that's the best I can do. It's an honest review, I've seen all 5 episodes. Anyway, some of you coming into it might really like it, but the original fans, probably not. And the sort of the queer baiting, that might put a lot of fans off. And piss others off that didn't go too far. Anyway, that's enough from me, guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye.